Everyone, welcome back to VGS Astro. Today we're diving into the exciting realm of Mars transit, specifically focusing on the timeline from 5th of Feb to March 15th, 2024, and how it's poised to impact your ascendant or moon sign. Now, Mars, known for its fiery nature, aggression, and strategic prowess, plays a very significant role in our actions and ambitions. So, those with favorable Mars placement, especially in the 8th and 10th houses, or with strong 8th house or a strong 10th house and a strong Mercury, may excel in fields like espionage, security advisory, or investigative journalism. Moving into Capricorn, ruled by the disciplined Saturn, Mars finds itself in a unique dynamic. While Mars is exalted in Capricorn, Saturn views Mars with a bit of skepticism due to their differing approaches. However, Mars thrives in the structured environment Capricorn provides, channeling its energy into ambition, discipline, and perseverance. So let's delve into how Mars fares in Capricorn for each ascendant and moon sign in 2024. So let's begin with Aries ascendant or Aries moon. So Aries ascendant or Aries moon. Astrologically speaking, the current alignment presents a phenomenal time for you. Mars, your Lagnesh and 8th Lord, is now positioned in your 10th house, which is in an exalted state and ready to bring about significant changes. This celestial arrangement signals a period of focus, discipline, and hard work that will lead you to the realization of your goals and ideals in your professional life. Despite potential scrutiny from your superiors, rest assured that your meticulous planning will eventually receive the green light. You will be feeling positive, energetic, and definitely in a zone of realizing your ambitions. You will be poised to exhibit great leadership skills, rising to the occasion, and be highly competitive in clinching that deal at your workplace. People are going to look up to you. Your charisma is now in top form, giving you reward and recognition. And also, some Aries folks are going to see fresh beginnings in their workplace. Maybe it's a new position, a new job, or additional responsibilities coming your way. And your career is now going through a transformative phase due to Mars being in the eighth Lord. And that means if you are especially in a family business, you may see taking on the roles of your father or mother or your sibling at work as they have vacated office for whatever reason. It could be retirement as well, right? So you might not want to call that a promotion. A better word for that may be elevation in your career. On the personal front, you will be more cautious about your health. Your fitness routine is going to see some real changes. Almost transformative, I can say, especially due to the demanding nature of your work. You may see some compulsion, either self-imposed or because your job demands it to stay fit. So you will be very cautious about what you eat and if you're getting enough exercise, and generally concerned and vigilant about your overall health. So it's advised that you do not feel stressed out. Just thinking about your health, you need to think less and do what's necessary without overexerting your muscle. So balance is the key. Mars' 7th house aspect on the 4th house is going to help you direct your energy and focus on your domestic life. You are eyeing on property deals, whether that's buying or selling. And for many Aries folks, it's about buying more and more property. But you need to act swiftly in getting that deal, or you might just end up getting distracted in negotiations in contractual terms, or your spouse may not be okay with the deal, and you end up facing some hurdles in gainfully exploiting a wonderful opportunity in purchasing a property, especially after Feb 21st, 2024, when Venus meets Mars. Mars will also be giving sudden events to your children, which means you need to stay watchful and ever more protective of your child. And since it's an exalted Mars, you will automatically end up taking all kinds of precautions with regards to the safety of your children. Specifically, you need to be wary in allowing your siblings to babysit your children while you're away. For those trying to conceive, you may face some hurdles, either because your spouse is not willing due to doubts of whether it's the right time, or maybe because your family may have some reservations in you conceiving a child. So you better take a call about that before April 2024, as that window of bearing a child in the near future is somewhat closing down and does not open anytime soon. Now, Aries folks, some of you may also be successful in gaining from intellectual property rights. If you are a scientist or a creator of some sort who is in the field of R&D or in media or movies or drama or creative work of any sort, then you're likely to get your patents, or should I say your creative work, recognized and approved by your bosses. But you need to be careful about public perception before the release of your work. Why? Because that might draw some flack or criticism. So bear in mind about how your work may be perceived, and then make sure to edit it before showcasing your work to everyone. As time passes by, you will be in a position of unhindered authority, by which I mean you will be the sole decision maker. Definitely, you're going to move positively and be certain about your decisions, and will move in the direction that's going to shape the creative side of your life, of your career, of your romantic relationship. It's going to be game-changing for Aries folks, but it's probably going to be permanent in nature for many years to come, earning you name, fame, and success. And that's going to be the highlight of this transit for you. If you resonate with this astrological forecast, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more astrological insights. And if you're experiencing fatigue or leg and knee issues during this transit, consider reciting the Hanuman Chalisa or prayer to Lord Hanuman as a remedy for relief. Remember, forewarned is forearmed, so start with the remedy now to ward off potential challenges. May the stars guide you on your journey. Next up, we have Taurus Ascendants or Taurus Moon sign. So Taurus Ascendants or Taurus Moon sign, Mars goes into your 9th house of Dharma of your father, which means your father is now receptive to your advice. If you ask him to follow a diet or not to swallow a pill or to get regular exercise, he'll be ready to listen to your advice. But sometimes it's best if you leave your father to take that call, to take that decision. Allow your father the autonomy to make decisions, recognizing that mental well-being often contributes to physical healing. Okay, so avoid imposing your views and instead be a supportive presence. However, this transit also ushers in a rebellious spirit. So definitely differences in philosophical views may lead to disputes with your father or teacher. Not because you don't like their philosophy, rather you want to explore things on your own and find out how things work instead of being taught. You feel you want to explore life and understand how it works based on your experience and not based on your father's or your teacher's point of view. So a bit of a rebel here is what Mars denotes. Mars also owns your 12th house and 7th house and goes to your 9th, which means you may see some kind of a difficult time for your father, health-wise, and also the kind of care that he's getting now, which is negatively impacting his life. And also during this time, there is a possibility of movement, moving to a different place, which could be a faraway city or a faraway country, and incurring massive expenses. But still, this could well be a reason for fresh beginnings at a new home or place of stay. The transit indicates that long-distance travel at this time will bring about auspicious beginnings. On the academic front, your competitive spirit is going to soar to new heights. If you are pursuing higher studies or aiming for a postgraduate degree, then expect to outperform your best self during this season. But here's the negative part of this transit. where you may be inheriting some property or piece of land from your father or your ancestors. Now, it's negative because this usually happens upon the demise of your father, especially if you are 28 years old, but not necessarily the case, right? But then remember, Mars is a malefic and it matures at 28. And that's when you're in the right age to inherit a fortune. And that's what the ninth house is all about. Ninth is about fortune. Nonetheless, there will be a lot of negative forces surrounding that inheritance itself. And you may see some delayed results on this front. You may also be forced to sell that piece of land instead of keeping it and buy new ones. Of course, nobody wants inheritance like that. Please get your birth chart checked through a qualified astrologer. Also check the dasha of your father to take the necessary precaution. Remember, forewarned is forearmed. Mars's aspect on your third house of communication shows your communication will be direct and to the point without mincing words. You mean business now, which means you are now only interested in bringing the facts to the table without beating about the bush, especially written communication, which may at times be perceived negatively by people around you or make them emotionally hurt. So that is where it is important that you exercise caution and patience and not listen to anyone who is adding fuel to that fire and telling you to be blunt. But it's going to add a lot of charm and charisma to the way you communicate, drawing the attention of everyone around you. On the personal front, you may see some disputes or quarrels with your significant other, or you may see them suffer from some disease. So remember to be wise enough to keep the dispute short. Resolve them quickly to avoid unnecessary escalation. So overall, not a benefic transit for Taurus people, especially with regards to the health of their father and their spouse. So praying to Mahalakshmi and Subramanya can be the remedy. Hope you benefit from this prediction to take the necessary precaution. Because remember, prevention is better than cure. If you find this insight helpful in any way, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more astrological guidance. Wishing you a harmonious journey ahead. Moving on, we have Gemini Ascendants or Gemini Moon sign. For Gemini Ascendants and Gemini Moon sign, Mars is now going to the 8th house of secrecy, of sudden events, of birth, death, and transformation. And this Mars is not scared at the moment. Instead, he's planning, he's making a strategy to deal with any kind of situation. My teacher used to tell me, you either go unprepared and remain 100% alert of the circumstances you are in and improvise and conquer that situation, or you go completely prepared, anticipating all kinds of events after thoroughly thinking in all angles and come up with a plan to counter every move of the enemy. And Mars in this transit is going to be doing both. He's going to plan for every contingency that life might throw at you. And he is prepping you to take on that challenge. And he is also alert to improvise based on the situation itself. Mars is absolutely loving this transit. It's the battlefield, and now he's exalted in Capricorn. It's almost like he's looking for a war. So even though you're ready to take on those challenges, the very challenge itself is now getting diluted and not packing enough power to match your skills. You are now in a position of solving those problems without much effort. But then you're going to see some distractions in the whole process after Feb 21st, 2024. And there's going to be some reservations in making that decision, in taking that call due to pressure from members of your family. Mars transit at this time may also give you gains through speculation or wills left by your ancestors or just plain money. Your psychic abilities of foreseeing the future is also going to get a boost at this time. Your intuitive powers are getting a boost at this time. Mars now will also make you save aggressively for a rainy day. And you're likely to lock those funds in fixed deposits or mutual funds or for long-term gains. On the other side, some of you may now be gaining from the savings that you made many years ago and realizing the profit of those funds which are now maturing. On the negative side, caution is advised for those undertaking travels on a daily basis. Traveling short distances from home to work and back at this time, as there are chances of injuries or difficulty in future travels, but nothing major, as you will bounce back very quickly, as what comes at you will be mostly minor in nature, which can be resolved. At the same time, travel takes you to new places, introducing you to secret societies, giving you some powerful connections with spiritual teachers, spiritual healers, astrologers, and practitioners of mysticism, tantra, and those who are connected with the metaphysical. So you're gaining knowledge in all these fields during this time. Your work life is also going through some positive changes. Your Mars is pushing you to take additional responsibilities and work tirelessly in matters connected with finance, to gainfully exploit the present situation both at work and in the joint assets owned by you and your spouse. Now, if you're stressed out, anticipating the worst part in any situation, offer prayers to Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva for a peaceful Mars transit. Next up, we have Moonchild Ascendant or Moonchild Moon sign. So, Moon children, Mars goes to your 7th house in Capricorn. Mars is getting exalted in the house of marriage, in the house of contracts and partnerships. And Mars here could be signifying wedding bells in your life. If you're single, then it's about marriage, taking your romantic partnerships to the next level. And you are now in a hurry to get things done. Your would-be partner is pushing you for the nuptial. Your mother is supportive, and you're planning your words to push your father to give a nod. So, mostly a joyful time for most of you folks. For married people, or those not very serious about marriage, it could be business deals, eyeing on forging new beginnings at work. Or if it's your own firm, then it's about chasing new businesses, new acquisitions, and undertaking additional responsibilities in a different line of work to gain more money and also new partnerships. So in terms of new beginnings, the time seems to be quite good. But if you're leaning towards work or business, it could be one of the reasons why your marriage might take a backseat after Feb 21st, 2024, because you're now looking at work and entrepreneurship, which is eating away much of your time. If it's a love marriage, be prepared for discussions with your partner about prioritizing marriage. Despite potential challenges, most will find support from partners, mother, and successfully navigate through domestic and work-related issues. But if you choose to marry, you're going to have a good time nonetheless. For those who are already married, you can now focus on your work. And some of you folks may be traveling to faraway lands or even cities along with your spouse, and you will be overjoyed by the comforts and the conveniences that is now at your disposal. Some of you may also stay close to your workplace, which means less commuting to your office or your place of work. Financial gains and new connections are likely during this period. However, the downside is that you're getting cut off from your siblings. Nonetheless, a wonderful transit for moon children, especially because Mars, remember, Mars is your yoga karaka. But the negative side is that there are two things that you need to watch out for at this time. One, taking care of your health and the health of your partners and members of your family. Second one is to watch out for sudden financial setbacks, possibly due to overlooked contractual details or loans. So be vigilant about financial matters. And both these things can take you by surprise and just shake things up. So especially when you're struggling to accumulate money or to save money for a rainy day. So remedy would be offering prayers to Lord Kartikeya and Lord Vishnu during this transit. Remember, forewarned is forearmed. If you resonate with this reading, please hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing for more astrological insights. Wishing you a harmonious and prosperous journey ahead. Next up, we have Leo Ascendants or Leo Moon sign. For Leo Ascendants or Moon sign, Mars goes to your 6th house. Usually, Mars transit in 3, 6, and 11 is considered favorable in astrology. In addition to that, Mars acts as the Yoga Karaka planet for Leo Ascendants, which means Mars now is planning and working on a strategy to combat diseases, to combat debt. And he is exalted in the Capricorn sign. So Mars is throwing a lot of positive ideas, getting you ready to tackle those challenges head on. This transit prompts changes in your fitness routine, diet, and philosophical outlook on food. You may experience sudden events that push you to take your fitness seriously, leading to a positive transformation. Embracing the reality of the fragility of our bodies becomes an epiphany, and you welcome the idea of being grounded, believing that concerted efforts can bring about change in your physical and mental health. Additionally, Leo folks may also turn towards spirituality or meditation through yoga, pranayama, or anything that's helping you getting into a state of relaxation and self-reflection. But mostly, I'm also seeing some increase in devotion, which is religious in nature, and having a black or white view about spirituality itself. And also at this time, there are chances of switching jobs or even having multiple jobs, or should I say vocation, which is going to open the doors for a more refreshing routine that helps you to keep your spirits high, to keep yourself excited, full of zeal and enthusiasm, especially in an uncertain time like this because of Rahu, who is transiting in your 8th house. Okay, and you will also see some comforts and joys coming to your maternal uncle during this transit. And those who are into studying medicine or law, you're definitely going to see a lot of progress and success coming to you because of Mars's position. And if you're into competitive sports or anything related to that, your willpower will be unparalleled. Why? Because 6th is competition. 6th is about obstacles, challenges. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn. He loves to tackle those challenges. He is also the Yoga Karaka planet for Leo. So that's a double bonanza for Leo folks. And so therefore, when it comes to competition, nothing can beat Leo ascendants during this transit. And they, among all the other zodiac signs, are the most benefited sign during this transit. So the way I see it, this transit is going to be punctuated with staying fit, nourish to flourish, shedding debt, compete to conquer, and wellness in motion as its main theme, whether it's your physical or mental well-being. So get ready to work on your fitness routine. But if you are facing challenging times, racing mind, and losing sleep due to haunting dreams, I would suggest that you offer prayers to Lord Shiva during this transit to stay calm and conquer your senses. Remember to stay sober, as indulging in alcohol or anything that hampers your senses will make Mars give you negative results. My dear Leos, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe below. And if you find this transit prediction resonating with you, give it a thumbs up. And wishing you a healthy, prosperous, and energized journey ahead. Next up, we have Virgo Ascendants or Virgo Moon sign. So for Virgo folks, the planet Mars is now going to your 5th house of progeny, creative work, entertainment, and also romance. So this is a time where Mars is poised to bring you name, fame, and success, and you have a strategy to get that recognition. You want that recognition, and Mars is charting a course and is going to make you work towards that goal. It could also be that you're looking forward to have children and Mars is planning the way forward. But the problem here is that Mars also is your 8th lord, and he's exalted in the sign of Capricorn, which means more chances of doing harm to significations of the 5th. Also, he's now going to be aspecting the 11th house of income, which means you're going to see conflicts in siring a child, in your creative work, in making money, in romance, in establishing new connections, and a plethora of things. And one of the best ways to resolve this, or at least cut down the intensity in half for Virgo folks, is to share your problems with 3 people during this transit. 1 is your wife, 2 is your mother, and 3 is your in-laws. They're the ones who hold the key to resolving many, many issues that you may face right now. They are going to be an inspiration, and their wisdom is going to alter your behavior significantly. But at the same time, you need to allow them to guide you without you clouding their wisdom. Which means you shouldn't really put thoughts into their head. You want an unbiased opinion. That's how this transit is going to bring you any positive result at all. But even then, it's only half the solution. You're on the right track, but it's not the complete fix. Another thing is, if you're single and your mother's passed away, what do you do then? It's just a hypothetical situation. What's your remedy? The best solution now is to turn to spirituality, giving up on material desires, or should I say, attachment to material desires. That will be key to attaining long-lasting peace, and also where you will see the rewards in terms of slowing down the effects of the obstacles that are now headed your way. If you do this diligently, you will see most of your problems dying down over a period of time, which means you will naturally be on your way to a successful material life, but only if you genuinely give up desires which you wanted for the sake of satisfying your ego. Basically, the transit is mostly beneficial in terms of spirituality, foreign journeys, trips to a faraway city, but not so much materially. So remember to take the remedial measures. Additionally, you can also pray to Lord Kartikeya, and I'm suggesting offering prayers to Kartikeya to anyone who's being challenged by Mars during this transit. In addition to that, you can also offer prayers to Lord Rama to get the best out of this transit. So remember, forewarned is forearmed. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also share this with your friends to help them get the most out of this transit. Moving on, we have Libra Ascendants or Libra Moon sign. For Libra Ascendants or Libra Moon sign, Mars goes into your 4th house and gets exalted in the Capricorn sign. For many Librans, Mars is now sowing the seeds of desire for owning a property. For some, this isn't just a mere wish, it feels like an integral part of progressing in life. The energy suggests that if you're genuinely serious about owning a property, the stars align in your favor, paving the way for property acquisition, be it through signing sale agreements or even securing substantial loans. The realm of possibilities, of course, extends to owning land, home repairs, reconstruction, renovation, or expanding your current home. Mars is gearing you up, planning things ahead to own that property. He's looking at it from different angles: legal, financial, the engineering aspect, and if you're steadfast and determined, all the pieces of the puzzle will fall into place. But post 21st of Feb 2024, some single Librans who are looking to buy or sell property at this moment may get distracted because of wedding bells in their life. They will now be required to focus on the whole paraphernalia connected to wedding and its expenses, and therefore feel the need to postpone their decision with regards to owning that property. So your efforts, your routine is now changing towards personal goals, and also expect some disruption in the way you've been living at home. Meaning your domestic life could be seeing a change, new beginnings, transformation, giving up old practices. All of that is on the cards for Librans. And another highlight during this transit is that many of you Librans are going to get a hike in salary. While it might be a temporary bonus for some, a permanent increase is on the horizon for most Librans. If you are not getting the raise you wanted, I don't know, maybe it's time for you to push your employer to give you a raise. And the stars are definitely aligned to get you that promotion or financial upgradation. But if you're planning on quitting and want to look for a different job, make sure that you don't let go of the previous one before you have the other job offer, and pretty good chances of leveling up with the new job as well. But yeah, definitely a raise is on the cards for Librans. But you need to do some pushing in order for it to fructify. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, why should I even do anything to get that reward? Rewards are not supposed to be asked for. But strangely, that's really how it seems to work in the real universe. And that's how it's even looking for some of you guys. So ask for it, and you're more than likely to get that raise. Around this time, you also need to stay on guard with regards to your mother, and also any injuries due to accidents, deterioration, etc. of your knees or that of your mother's is possible, because Capricorn represents the knees, fourth house represents mother, vehicles, and the second and the seventh lords are both Maraka lords in astrology. And now Mars is your Maraka lord, and he's also a functional malefic getting exalted in the fourth, which means trouble to fourth house significations, right? Everything from personal life to finance, from marriage to work seems to be good for Librans, but focus now should actually be towards your mother. Forewarned is forearmed, my friends. So take the necessary precautions. Look at the Dasha Bhukti as well before taking major life-altering decisions. And remedial measure would definitely entail taking a professional health checkup, and also offering prayers to Lord Subramanya and offering red flowers to Lord Sri Ram. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, and if you like this video, share this with your friends to help them navigate the potential challenges of this transit. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your experience in the comments. Until next time, Librans, may the stars illuminate your path. Next up, we have Scorpio Ascendants or Scorpio Moon sign. So for Scorpio Ascendants or Scorpio Moon sign, Mars goes to your third house of siblings, efforts, short distance travel, and communication. So Mars here is planning a tactical on putting in more efforts in your daily routine, in your job. So when I say tactical planning, Mars is now preparing you for a more disciplined lifestyle with regards to your work. Mars is helping you to break down your work into meaningful chunks to help you finish more things, to take up additional responsibilities, and also level up. So definitely you're poised to putting in more efforts, and that means a complete makeover to the way you work. But unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of obstacles and challenges in putting this plan in motion. However, with concerted efforts, you will definitely see big changes in your approach towards work, and that's changing for the better and permanently. Mars can also bring a lot of challenges and obstacles to your siblings, because third house is also about your siblings. They are probably stressed out right now, and they're looking for your help. It's also possible they're seeking your help right now in tackling their health problems or taking out a loan. And this transit definitely shows that they may take a loan from a financial institution, not necessarily loan sharks, but in a decent firm, which is a good thing. But there's a possibility that you're asked to be the guarantor for that loan. And if this happens sometime after Feb 21st, 2024, you may see your spouse or your partner not willing for this deal, asking you to back out, which could potentially cause rifts within your family. You see the karmic effect that's making you feel helpless here? You want to make amends and repair the misgivings you have with your siblings, forge new beginnings, but trouble seems to find its way in causing a rift in that relationship. It's not their fault, it's not yours, and it's definitely not the fault of your partner for making you to back out. But then if everything goes well, you might end up being the guarantor for that loan. Whether that's a good thing or not will have to be seen from your birth chart, right? And the theme for Scorpio ascendants or moon sign revolves around work and career advancement. More efforts, more work, change in routine, maybe even an unexpected change in your job or location from where you work. Running from pillar to post, lots of traveling related to business, related to work. All of this is going to be the main themes during this transit. And whether it's good or bad is, I would say, is really out of the question at this time. There's going to be some aspects which are good and some bad. So it's a mixed bag of things. So don't worry about it. The suggestion here is that you keep a low profile at this time. Keep your head low and keep working. Keep grinding till you make a mark at your workplace. Income is another aspect where you need to struggle for at this time. Mars's aspect on the 9th house could give some difficulties to your father, maybe health concerns, and you need to put some effort in helping them out. So remedy specific to Scorpio ascendants would be to offer prayers to Lord Subramanya and offering white flowers or a garland of pearls to Lord Sri Ram. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below and become one with our community. Leave a comment and share this with your friends. Remember, forewarned is forearmed, dear Scorpios. Until we meet again, may the stars illuminate your path. Moving on, we have Sagittarius ascendant or moon sign. So for Sagittarius ascendants or moon sign, Mars now becomes exalted in your 2nd house of family, savings, and speech. Mars is a friendly planet to Sagittarius sign. So what does he do in the war zone when his own members of the family are alongside it? He brings positive vibes within the family. He is now a functional benefic. He may be a soldier, but he's now with his countrymen, with his family. So he's trying to energize, build confidence, motivate your family to face life. Especially the weaker ones in the family get charged by you because of Mars in the 2nd house. So you can expect yourself to be the coach in the family. What kind of coach? A motivational speaker, a fitness coach, a physical trainer, telling them to pick pace and keep going, to push beyond their boundaries, to do the right thing, to be competitive, to be instinctive, to be more precise in their views. That's Mars in the 2nd house. Sometimes this could have a negative effect on your in-laws. There's a good possibility that your family is now charging at them, ordering your in-laws to get them to comply with their way of life, whatever that might be. Mars being in the house of speech is making your speech direct and harsh, almost passing commands to people within the family and also to your spouse and in-laws, which may upset them right now because you've got the upper hand. But if you channel them correctly, you'd be able to inspire them instead of being annoying or tedious. Usually, Mars is able to bring the good things to the table because Mars is functionally benefic, but being the Lord of the 12th house, Mars also brings some negative influences on the family. There could be losses, there could be expenses within the family. Some of the members of the family may turn into right-wing or left-wing spiritual gurus. Some of them may even find interest a lot more than you would expect them to in matters connected with astrology or secret sciences. And those couples looking for a child, they may definitely benefit during this time. If you're trying for a child, then you can expect some good news. If you already have children, Mars aspecting the fifth house brings a lot of vigor and charm to your children. He's now making them ever more principled. He's making you ever more principled in your dharmic views. But there's some loss in your character along the way. So you are on your way to forging a new identity not hitherto known to people. You're becoming more religious or more spiritual than you would otherwise be. Your attitude towards saving is also getting a boost. Savings based on sale of landed properties or owning landed properties, fixed assets, deposits in bank which are less liquid are all possible during this transit. Mars is also charging your creative vision. You're able to chalk out a plan to work on your creative side. You're feeling positive and confident about your work, and that's going to bring in some solid income for you during this transit. You're also poised to bring in comforts, luxurious possessions to your family. Maybe it's a vehicle this time, or gifting a property to someone within your family. All of this is possible, and definitely I can see that there's joy and happiness within your family circle when this transit happens. Yet, amidst these blessings, the core theme of this transit would more or less revolve around your dharmic views and the health of your father. See, there's a good chance that your father is now motivated to bring a permanent change in his health. He is now fighting a battle, whether that's disease or legal dispute or clearing his debt. He is giving it a tough fight, and he may experience some sudden events or accidents during this time. So that's what's affecting you at this time, especially for Sagittarius moon sign. But don't worry, help is on its way for Sagittarius folks. But do take the necessary precautions during this transit, because remember, forewarned is forearmed. So offering prayers to Lord Subramanya and also chanting the Aditya Hridaya Stotra at this time is bound to bring positive effects to both yourself and your family, especially your father. If you've resonated with these insights, consider subscribing to my channel for more celestial guidance. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share your experience in the comment section. Remember, dear Sagittarians, forward is forearmed. Until we meet again, may the celestial energies guide your path. Moving on, we have Capricorn Ascendants or Capricorn Moon sign. So for Capricorn Ascendants or Capricorn Moon sign, finally, we have exalted Mars in the Ascendant in the first house. So what this does is it's going to give you tremendous confidence, tremendous willpower to fight against all odds. You may already be experiencing some tough times, some bad luck. You may have the worst of life's circumstances. Your life may be turned upside down. Nothing seems to be working for you. Whether that's a journey that you want to undertake, or higher education, or even everyday happening in life which is not in your favor. But this position is a blessing. It is a godsend for you guys. You will do exceptionally well. You're not ready to give up. You're not a quitter. Although Saturn may not be very happy that Mars is in its house, Mars really respects Saturn's discipline and pragmatic approach. So you are now welcoming the reality of the universe with open arms. You are embracing it, and that's why you're so powerful right now. You have the energy to get up each morning and do the same thing again and again and again without losing consistency. So there's no way out for fate but to reward you. So Mars is going to make you hardworking. He's going to pull up the plan for the long term and bring a disciplined approach within you. It's like an athlete tirelessly training just before he wins the Olympic gold medal. It's almost the same story for them, day in and day out. But they emerge stronger. They are training hard for that one day, for that one test. Same is the case with you. This position makes you super diligent. And since Mars is the 11th Lord and also the 4th Lord, he's bringing in the moolah and also all the things that makes you comfortable in your shoes. Whether that's a vehicle that you've been dreaming of or some kind of an accessory that would help you push your limits or anything that would amplify your time under the sun will come to you. Mars is going to make sure of that. And this is also a good time for you to gain through landed properties. You may either buy property, inherit them, or even sell them and make money out of it. So those Capricorn folks who are in the real estate business or in interior designing, they are going to benefit greatly from this transit. However, tread cautiously post 21st of Feb 2024 as new ventures may encounter hurdles due to creative differences or a shift in focus towards children. So for those seeking to start or expand their families, this transit serves as a catalyst, urging you to embark on the journey of parenthood with renewed determination to safeguard the prosperity of yourself and your offspring. Consider reading the Harivamsh Puran or paying homage to the sun god at a sun temple, offering red and white flowers as a token of reverence. Dear Capricorns, embrace this transformative transit as Mars sets the stage for you to focus on both the nurturing of your creative ventures and the expansion of your family. May the celestial energies guide you towards prosperity and fulfillment. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here and give it a thumbs up, and also share your experience in the comment section. Next up, we have Aquarius Ascendant. So for Aquarius Ascendants or Aquarius moon sign, Mars during this transit becomes exalted in the 12th house of spirituality, 12th house of foreign and secluded places, and also losses and expenses. So what can we expect? Mars here is telling you that it's not enough to have a spiritual side, but it's important to have a spiritual goal. And Mars is now prepping you to have that goal, to make plans to reach that goal. Whether that's some spiritual study that you're engaged in or a yogic practice like Kundalini or knowing the self, you now have a goal to achieve, and Mars is going to inspire and motivate you to explore it without inhibitions, without reservations. Mars is no more afraid of knowing what's on the other side. It's no more about curiosity. It's more about hitting that pinnacle and manifesting your dreams. So you're going to be putting in a lot of work and effort on that front. Also, this time, you are going to put in a lot of effort to conquer your dreams, which means you want to achieve what you're now dreaming to achieve, especially in your personal life, in your married life, in your partnerships, and shared goals with your spouse. That's the kind of desire and ambition that's brewing for some of the Aquarius folks at this time. But post 21st of Feb 2024, some of you guys are going to get distracted because it's highly likely that you move with your spouse to a faraway land, to a different city or a foreign country or even remote location away from the humdrum affairs of life. And for some of you, it's like you're on a vacation or just to dive into the peace that nature has to offer. And this is going to really up the ante with regards to your bed pleasures as well. Probably because you have so much time alone along with your spouse and you got nothing much to do. So a wonderful time for married Aquarius folks. But for those who are single, you're likely to meet someone special during this time. And that is the whole theme during this transit. Love is in the air. You're feeling relaxed with your guards down. You're letting those emotions in to take you to a dream world of living a quiet and happy life. Maybe even contemplating marriage with the person that you dream to be with. Now, I know it sounds really good, but did you notice how you lost track of the goal you had in mind when I mentioned how Mars is going to propel you towards spirituality in the beginning of this video? Distracted yet, Aquarius? I thought you wanted to hit the pinnacle in spirituality, but look how dreams are taking over. That's what is likely to happen if you drift away from your ambition. The negative side of this aspect may actually make you prone to accidents, especially major ones which involves loss of blood. So it's best if you can donate some blood during this transit or just before it starts. And if you're having troubles with nightmares, then you may also offer prayers to Lord Ganesha and consider chanting the Mahamrutyunjay mantra during this transit in order to manifest positive dreams. Now, as you navigate the celestial currents, remember to stay grounded in your spiritual pursuits, for it is through these endeavors that you shall find true fulfillment. If you found resonance in these insights, consider subscribing to my channel, sharing this content with friends, and leaving a thumbs up to spread awareness of the cosmic currents shaping our destinies. Remember, dear Aquarians, forewarned is forearmed. Finally, we have Pisces Ascendants or Pisces Moon sign. So for Pisces Ascendants or Pisces Moon sign, Mars goes to your 11th house during this transit, and Mars is all about business. Some time ago, you've struggled and put in extra hours working for your organization. And some Pisces folks were busy chasing businesses, new customers. So Mars now in the 11th is drawing a roadmap for you to get that additional revenue, additional income. So many Pisces people will see a boost in their income due to their workmanship, their competitiveness, their aggressive nature in making that sale. Even salaried employees who are not connected with production or any kind of productivity will see a boost in their income. It could be an upgradation from your present salary or a promotion with financial benefits. Those who are into business will build new connections and get new customers. And you can think of this as a reward for a job well done. But this is a time where you are interested in investing that money, not in stocks, not in gold, but in learning how businesses work. You may be upgrading skills for better prospects and also advertising yourself to gain more and more connections both within your family and outside your family circle. And definitely that's going to pay off. If you happen to come up with an original idea at this time and then get to package it and sell it, this would attract a lot of buyers and you are likely to make a fortune out of it. Mars is so powerful right now. He's nudging towards his exalted state. He's getting powerful by the day during this transit in the Capricorn sign. So what a really wonderful time for Pisces folks. Many Pisces folks are going to see their dreams come true at this time. Attainment of desires, state honors are all on the cards. But you know, the main focus for Pisces folks during this transit is going to be combating diseases, fighting off debt, fending yourself from disputes, and also in working smart instead of putting in long working hours doing a laborious job. That's what you're interested in doing right now. Everything is just happening. You're indeed happy about the whole prospect of money flowing in, new connections, your expanding social circle, the kind of fame that you're getting, your recognition. But you're a lot more interested in solving your debt crisis, or maybe some sudden accident or disease that's cropped up, which is annoying you because it's a difficult one to handle. But don't worry, help is on its way and you will end up coming clean. But remember, this is almost going to be the permanent theme for most Pisces folks for a long time to come. If you are reeling in debt, you now really want to get your teeth into it and finish that loan because you've got bigger plans for the future. And how can you possibly expand your line of work or business or whatever your dreams are in attaining something when you have a truckload of debt, or when you're stuck with some illness that's causing pain and suffering and making life less enjoyable, or when you're stuck doing hard labor when you've got this great idea that could earn big money, and therefore you're now forced to look for a way to employ someone to do your job so you could focus on your on the strategic planning. You are now going to be focusing more on health, wellness, your daily routine, your diet, and every negative area of life instead of only the positive ones. But post Feb 21st, 2024, you're going to slow down on these matters because you now need to focus on your job or in expanding your business. So if you're looking for a quick fix or a catalyst to all your problems, to solve all your problems, then I would recommend that you offer prayers to Swami Lakshmi Narasimha, and also direct prayers to Mars or Subramanya is going to do wonders for you in the long term. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please share this with your friends, because remember, we all can use a little bit of help every now and then. So that's all for today. Farewell for now. It's VGS signing off. I will see you guys again with another new video very soon.